Hello and welcome to the Pickup WNBA podcast. I'm your host, Cathryn Niker.
And I'm your other host, Freddie Rivas. What's up? What's good, everybody? I'll tell you what's up and I'll tell you what's good. Our social media numbers, we're gaining traction. We are really moving up the ladder of life. Thanks to all of you. Follow us at the Pickup WNBA podcast, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Subscribe, like us, love us, give us reviews on Apple and Spotify. From whatever country you're at, do it, because apparently they're all different. So we need American Apple, we need a Canadian Apple. I'm sure there's a bunch of Spotify. So if you are our listener who's gardening in Scotland, we love you. Fire away, would you, on all those things? Because we need that Scotland algorithm humming.
That might be the most romantic setting for her podcast for listening to it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm gardening in Scotland. It's like, ooh, how nice.
Yeah, there's a part of me where I'm like, wow, a lot of rabbits have heard me talk about Brittany Griner.
Maybe, that's funny that you mentioned that, because when Brittany Griner was going through the whole thing in Russia, there was a BBC sports outlet that reached out to me, and I did like a 10-minute like radio interview with them. So it's possible someone in Scotland gardening heard us. Just saying. All right, we got lots to talk about. We're first week into the regular season. We've got some very early power rankings to talk about coming up. Just going to be very fun. The badass player of the week is back, baby.
It's back, baby. We got obviously the FFQ.
We got the FFQ. Our editor Jason is on vacation, so we're not going to have our cute little stings like we had before. So apologies for that. They'll be
coming
back
at you raw. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they'll be back next week. But first, we gotta talk about Caitlin.
First, we feast.
We gotta talk about Caitlin Clarlk. So earlier this week, Caitlin Clarlk was seen at a concert supporting a country singer named Morgan Wallace while he had a stop in Indiana. And, it was all like love. Like, she's like, oh, I'm a fan, hugs, waving to the fans, waving to the crowd at the arena, watching this guy. I'm not a country music person, so I wasn't personally familiar with this guy. But it turns out this man went viral a little while ago for having a racist tyrant that included use of the N-word. And out of all people, it's Caitlin Clarlk who's there at this. Not even Sophie Cunningham. Sorry, I had to.
Wow, stray.
Oh, sorry,
absolute
Sophie.
Stray for Sophie.
Sorry, Sophie. Just anyway. Look, I so much talk has been made about Caitlin Clarlk her fan base being racist, being cruel to other WNBA players online, being cruel to other fans online, and she has been criticized widely, throughout the years for not being outspoken enough about this topic. And I remember there was a Time magazine interview that she did a while back where she did kind of address it, and we were kind of like, okay, she's finally addressed it a bit. Maybe she doesn't want to be the most outspoken person, but at least she has on the record say that she does not condone racism. So cool. So it's just interesting that now she is having a very, very public moment with this man who's known for his racism.
Yeah. Actions speak louder than words, right? That's a very old and accepted idea. And you can give someone forgiveness and leeway and semantics, and obviously there's already been a bunch of whataboutism, for Caitlin. And I was just reading like a defense of Caitlin, like,
What did
uh,
it say?
there's a bunch of stuff, but all the people who've appeared with Morgan, it's like Peyton Manning, Travis Kelce, Myles Garrett, Marshawn Lynch, Patrick Mahomes, and
Sure.
screw them as well. But I
I
feel
think some of those guys are also, like, kinda known MAGA guys, no?
right, and like that's like no excuse, like they suck, right? So I think, to me, that's why I use the term whataboutism, because if your
Mm.
argument is what about this or what about that, you're purposely kind of detracting from the point. And
Mhm.
to me,
Mhm.
shout out to Phoebe Robinson from Two Dope Queens. She went off on Caitlin Clark. And she's seen a lot of good posts. But I was thinking about where this settles with me personally.
Mhm.
And some of the key takeaways is you are in a predominantly black female league.
Mhm.
So maybe you're not Paige Beckers, or maybe you're not um Stewie, or whatever, like other sort of like really strong advocates. Maybe you are a little bit this and that, whatever it is. This is a scenario where you don't have plausible denial anymore, or plausible deniability. Like you don't.
Not even close, yeah.
And you should have a team around you, right? So you can't just do things and be like, "Whoops, I didn't know." So, first of all, I'm not sure if she's apologized yet. Second of all,
Yeah,
when and
we
if
should say as a quick programming note, we are recording this Wednesday, night. She does have a game later tonight, so it's possible that she might be making a comment as
sure.
we're recording this, so forgive us if that comes out, like, immediately. So, it's all very
Yeah,
timely.
and, when and if that apology does come, it's just a do better scenario. You can't be walking around with known racists. Ba You shouldn't be doing that, period, but you really cannot be doing that as an ambassador of the WNBA.
You know what scares me, Freddie, is that she does have a team and she does know what she's doing. What if? What if that's actually you know what I mean? Like, what if this isn't a slip? Because it was just so big and so obvious.
She walked out holding his hand.
Like, they, like, gave him a hug, holding his hand, cheering, like, and in a very high profile way. It wasn't like she just happened to be attending the concert. I think, like, I would never attend this man's concert, but someone could argue some gray area because people listen to artists' music and cognitively separate their lives sometimes, right?
Certainly, I
So
do
you
believe
so
there's a
there's
there's
like
a
a
Michael Jackson biopic going down that's pretty
that's
popular.
doing real well,
Yeah.
doing real well. And you know what I mean? So, like, if she just happened to be at the concert, then there could be defenders, talking about a gray area and they would have a legit point. Um, but this was like such a um huge display of affection and planned. Like, this was a coordinated event. It wasn't just like she was spontaneously there, like, clearly, like, they planned this, and so that means, like, any people that do exist in her camp were aware that it was going to happen, which makes it even less excusable, and it's just weird because, like, it's just so unnecessary. She didn't have to go. She didn't have to do any of this. She just chose to do it. And I don't know how you're like a huge fan of an artist and not know when they go on viral racist, you know, bits. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's really like it people are going to say like, "Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked," and blah blah blah, and that's very fair. I am disappointed, and I'm not ashamed, I'm not afraid to admit that. I am very disappointed cuz I thought that maybe, yes, like you said, like, like Paige and Stewie are really great, like, allies, and they've shown that time and again. And I was like, okay, she's not necessarily an ally, but she's not somebody who posts on social media that regularly anyways. Like her social media is very like corporate and curated, and it's like, an ad and things like that. Like she's not like randomly going live here and there. Like she's just not that person. And so I was kind of giving her some leeway in that sense, but now it's like the jig is up, man.
Yeah, the jig is all the way up. And it's on her at this point to basically like clarify and recover from this because you can't like look at us, right? Like we're even like me and you, like we're searching. We're searching for something. We're trying to be like, oh, what if this? What if that? And I think like
Just for the sake of being objective, not because we're like stands who are like,
no. And I think for for my part, I'm kind of like, okay, like until further notice, I will absolutely respect and honor your greatness as a basketball player. But you're in the shit house for me. Like you suck after this.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like you can unsuck, but you suck. And like you were already like not sucky, but now I'm like, oh, you're really that person.
You're
You're
that
really that
person.
person. Like, and
Yeah.
we threw a stray to Sophie Cunningham.
Sorry, Sophie. That was just jokes,
No, but I
Sophie.
mean, like, sorry, Sophie, but like whatever
Could
people
be
have
real
said
though.
about you, Caitlin is now like taking that mantle from you.
Yeah,
As
and
the person
so
who
Sophie
is
could put her foot in her mouth again. You never know. But
sure. But we'll see if who she shows up with and what concert. But like, it's gonna be hard to one up here. And then also, we're 13 minutes into this podcast and haven't talked about the season. And I think this is
we
what
will though. We
we
will.
will, but this is sort of like this is the climate of like when a big cultural thing happens, and this is the weight that Caitlin Clark carries. Because we have to talk about this, but it could not be that way, right? And I think it's just a shame.
Well, also talking about it, this is the beauty of being independent, right? Where we're not like, beholden to a network and stakeholders, and we don't have to censor ourselves that way. Not that we're problematic people, but we can really speak our minds on something like this. And she does hold a lot of weight, and I just feel like um I just feel like it's such a shame because she's done so much to grow the game of basketball, like of women's basketball, right? Like the league was growing already. Like sometimes I feel like she almost gets too much credit. Like the league was already growing like since we started this pod in 2021. Like the league had been growing every year, but she obviously like catapulted this to another level. You know, there's a lot of people who are making a lot more money now, not only thanks to her, but in part thanks to her. And it's like for all of that goodness to come with all of this baggage is just a shame. And I wish it wasn't so.
Yeah, it sucks.
All right. Anything else you want to say on this topic, Freddie?
Yeah, it pisses me off, and
Mhm.
I hope that whatever, like I hope this is like a down moment for her, and that it's not like this doesn't continue, you know?
Yeah, we hope she finds a way to actually redeem herself. I don't know how she's going to do that or if she even wants to. But, yeah, man, what a world, what a world.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some power rankings. Okay, very early power rankings for the season. Trying to change the mood. Okay, so we've
Uh-huh.
got I'll just
Let's
read
shake
these.
it off, man.
Yeah, we gotta shake it off for sure. All right, so okay, I'll just read these off real quick.
Yeah.
We got the Liberty at number 1, the Valkyries at 2, followed by Dallas, Phoenix, Atlanta, Aces at 6, Chicago Sky 7, then we have the Mystics, the Lynx at 9, Indiana Fever at 10, Seattle Storm at 11, the Sparks at 12, the Tempo at 13, Portland Fire 14, Connecticut Sun at 15. Obviously, this is just the first 2 games of the season. Nobody should lose their minds just yet. But I would like to say out the gates, once again, the Golden State Valkyries surprise us. Right? At number 2? Nobody saw
Yes.
that. Preseason ranking was 10.
Yes.
So they're coming out the gate real strong. Kayla Thornton is back, which is great. They've got Gabby Williams now. Um, so I think that's really cool. I feel like I don't want to spoil too much of what I might say later. Ba, ba, ba.
Mm-hmm.
But then my other take is like, wow, did the LA Sparks get off to a rough start? Like, they
Yes.
lost in a blowout to the Aces 105-78, and I am like, "Come on. This is not how you want your season to start." I think I certainly thought the Sparks would have, a stronger, maybe not a win over the Aces, but certainly a stronger showing than this. It's only one game. We shouldn't overreact. But their coach, Lynn Roberts, specifically called out Cameron Brink
I
to
saw
do
that.
more. Yeah, because she had
And she had
she had
11 minutes, right? She played?
she had 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers, and 3 fouls in 8 minutes. So,
Pretty rough, pretty rough.
that's a rough game. So, again, super, super early in the season, hoping they turn it around, of course. And I think they will. I hope they will. But Golden State, number 2, baby. It would be really, really exciting and interesting if they could keep that up.
Yeah, well, it's really been such a year of players going all over the place. And yes, we've talked about how a lot of the main big players resigned, but I think it's a new league with a lot of new opportunity.
Mhm.
Some of the teams, like the contenders and the people who are purposely trying to rebuild, are who they are. And I think that's showing pretty quickly. But a
Mhm.
lot of a lot of the middle is really up for grabs, it seems.
Mhm.
And this is also new season vibes. Like I love a first power rankings because I
It's
find something
crazy.
deeply satisfying about like something that's like all over the place and then it eventually settles.
Mm.
And uh I just can't help but look at this and think there should be 3 categories. Undefeated teams, even if it's 1 win, teams that have not won, even if it's 1 loss, and then teams that are 1-1 or whatever.
Mhm.
For instance, Phoenix 1-1, 4th. The Dream 1-0, 5th. Why? The Dream haven't lost. You shouldn't do that to them. Chicago Sky 1-0, and they're in 7th. I mean, if it's just wins and losses, just what the Sky haven't lost. So like, how are you really critiquing them? And I mean, you got the Fever at 10th, and they're 0-1. I'm sorry, I watched that game. It was a fantastic game. Dallas versus Indiana.
It
Indiana,
was a fun game, but it was, like, no defense kinda
right? But like,
game.
I'm just like, you got the preseason ranking of the Fever 4th, and they're 0-1. What are they factoring in the Morgan Wallace thing or what? Like this is like
Ugh.
this
You
this
know
team.
what though? Like
This team isn't 10th. Come on, they're
we're
great.
gonna see a lot
They're
of
fine.
overcompensating in different ways, right? Like people, like trying to big her up more than maybe she should be, and people trying to push her down maybe more than she should be.
Exactly.
It's gonna be increasingly more difficult to be objective. Yeah.
And then I think also you have some stuff that stands out to me as quite correct, such as the Connecticut Sun 0-2, 15th in
Correct.
the league. Correct. That seems perhaps, and you got the Tempo and the Fire. They're both 0-1. Honestly, prove us wrong. Like shout out. Oh wait, when did this come out?
Fire won a game though.
So sorry, this is a bit old. Sorry, so this came out on the 12th and it's the 13th. So
Yeah, so they didn't have my bad.
okay, yeah, right.
I didn't see another power ranking that was
Yeah, because
fresher.
this is TSN or Michael Vopel ESPN. But yeah. Anyhow, I think the um teams to me like that Minnesota Atlanta game. Damn, that whole game was good. Like
Mhm.
Miles, like when you were talking about Miles, like she looks insane.
She's so league ready,
And
yeah,
Minnesota looks fantastic, even though they lost that game or whatever. I thought Atlanta looks really good, and
yeah.
the Aces 1-1. I mean, it's all good. They lost a game. Don't worry about the Aces. The Aces next 2 games, by the way, Connecticut.
They'll
So they're
be
going to face
fine.
the Connecticut on the
They'll
13th
be fine.
and the Connecticut on the 15th. By the way, just like a league note this year, I noticed this happened in the NBA, and I feel like it's happening a lot now. I feel like it's a
Mhm.
travel thing, but we're seeing lots of double headers. Like the Tempo, for instance, after the Seattle game, they're playing as we speak.
Yes, yes,
They have
yes.
2 Sparks games in a row in
It makes
LA.
sense.
It makes total sense. I actually think it's great for like rivalry and like kind of playoff
Mhm,
vibes as well.
mhm, mhm,
But I think what you're gonna see with that too is some teams are gonna go on these like major runs. And
mhm,
like the Vegas Aces are gonna be able to just calmly collect 2 wins and then all of a sudden be 3-1, you know?
mhm, mhm. No, that's very true. I, sorry. So, I mean, I'm not the most original person in the world for thinking Olivia Miles could be Rookie of the Year,
Mhm.
but I have to say last week you were talking about Kennedy Carter, and I can't remember if you picked her for six man or for
Yeah,
most yeah, for six man.
for 6, yeah.
That's starting to look good. I don't
Hey.
Let's pull up her stats because I remember seeing this thing and I was like, "What the hell?" Like,
I'll just repeat myself.
she had a monster game recently.
I'll just repeat myself there because I feel like that award always, all these awards are narrative driven. And that
Yeah.
award always goes to someone who's starter worthy and sacrifices for the greater good of the team and moves to the bench. Like
Right, right,
like
right.
Kennedy for sure is a starter quality player who then is deciding like that could happen for like I'm just making this up entirely. But let's say there's some world with the Liberty where like mid-season Jonquel Jones is like, I want to come off the bench.
Mhm.
If she did that, that's like that's 6th player of the year, like locked.
Going back to Kennedy Carter, on Sunday against the Sparks, she had 22 points, 2 steals, 69% field goal percentage in 20 minutes.
That's wild. That's a heater.
I know.
That's a
That is
heater.
insane. Um, yeah. No, no, no. Like she had a monster game. I mean, low key, if you're the Sparks, like you really can't allow that. But yeah, so just letting you know, getting off to a good start so far with your
I
picks.
mean, I think getting off to a good start seems like a good transition for a segment that we've wanted to return,
Hmm.
but we had to deal with a lot of CPA bullshit, and we're back, baby.
It is time for badass player of the week.
Badass player of the week. I feel like we're both sort of like doing our own. We're bringing our own Sting energy.
Yeah, she's a badass woman. Something like that. Something like
Yeah.
that is what the Sting goes. Okay. I got one. Freddie, do you want to start?
Yes, I was gonna make a bad Sting joke. Like Sting goes, "I used to be in the police, but I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm a dad now. Listen, some of these jokes are just trash." Okay, so runner up, Veronica Burton, like 14 points,
Yeah.
9 assists. Dang, like that's big time. So I wanted to shout you. Obviously, Alyssa Thomas is the assist leader immediately, but no, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to Angel because Angel Reese. You know me, I love to try and make sure that the badass player of the week is someone who's getting wins first and foremost. So, Atlanta, actually, speaking of the power rankings, like Atlanta won last night, right? So they're 2-0 and 11 or almost 12 points, 11 and a half, and 42% from the field and 15 rebounds. Like this is just like one of the best rebounders I've ever seen. This is so crazy. 2 assists, steal and a half, 2 blocks. So
Phenomenal.
that's just wild. Like it's like I think there's so much focus with Angel sometimes on her shooting, and I think people are really, really getting lost in the sauce, and they don't really understand how exceptionally out of control good at rebounding she is and how valuable that is to a team. Like
Especially when you got like Alicia Gray and Ryan
like
Howard
she's
handling
averaging
a lot of that offensive load. Like,
so
yeah.
like even this, she's averaging 8.5. It's only 2 games, but 8.5 offensive rebounds. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
That's
it's
silly.
amazing.
But by
Yeah.
the way, I think just shout out to other good rebounders right behind her. But Cardoso is 14 rebounds and Kiki Arioffin's 14 rebounds as well. So
Amazing.
big time.
I'm gonna go this week with Gabby Williams. Again, Valkyrie's such a great start to the season. She had a game against the Phoenix Mercury in particular where she went off. She had 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, Freddie, 1
Wow.
block. Just a phenomenal game. I'm sure, like, her averages will balance out as the season goes on, but that's just such a heater, and, I'm just super impressed with the Valkyries out the gate, so well done.
That's yeah, sick. Shout out to Gabby.
Okay, Freddie, I think it's time for a fun question of sorts.
Okay. So
You gotta say
the
FFQ, come on, we don't have the
oh,
sting.
it's time for the FFQ. Freddie's fun question. Yeah. Hello, I'm Sting. Sting, you
I
don't
hate
belong
it.
here.
I
Uh,
can't. I hate
I
it.
hate it too. I love how you asked for it and you're like, I hate it. Stop. Um. So, okay. Here's the question. The Aces are they got their ring,
Yes,
and
the Aces had the ring ceremony.
what features would you add if we could design a championship ring?
I love this question. I have a real answer as
Okay, give it to me.
opposed to a silly answer. I think it would be cute if each individual player had like their birthstone added to the
Ooh.
ring.
Oh, that's fantastic. You win.
That's just I'm just saying, like, it's not yours is probably gonna be hilarious though. But like
Well,
I just think that would be nice.
I think I'm pretty happy with mine already. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's not a contest, Freddie.
It's not a contest, but
but you're competitive anyway.
listen, one ring to rule them all. So I'm giving
Oh,
him
wow.
the Lord of the Rings ring, okay? Which means that you can disappear, can't be seen. So that's already big. And
This is what I'm saying.
it's your job to destroy it. So you need to go to
It's your
you
job.
need to go to Mordor. So it's a bit of a quest. Like you get a ring.
The championship sparks the quest. Like,
That's right.
usually the championship means the work is done.
Yeah, no. The work's
No, the
just getting
work has just
going.
started.
You got to hang out with some hobbits, smoke whatever they're smoking, and go on a bit of a journey there and destroy this ring once and for all
Wow.
for Middle Earth. But
Mhm.
I think I'm not wearing it right now because I usually don't wear it to work. I don't want it to fall off. But I really enjoy maybe it's just a personality thing, but I enjoy the simplicity of my ring. So I'm gonna make sure I show it on
Mm,
on the next podcast. So my ring
okay.
is concrete and titanium.
Mhm,
And it's just like a cool kind of like silver band that looks a
mhm,
little bit different. But I almost chose the guy who makes the rings. Shout out in Parkdale, Toronto. Made you look.
mhm.
This artist, and he also works with plastic, and he does these plastic rings with like a red sort of like
Cool.
neon thing in the middle, and it looks awesome. And I feel like a lot of rings these days are like all about like the shiny stone.
Mm.
And I wouldn't mind something that's, like, more sleek and, like, team colors or something, like, I think would be kinda cool.
Oh, instead of, like, the huge, kind of, like, gaudy ring, like,
Yeah,
you would
I think
actually take it back and make it a little more minimalist.
I would make it minimalist, I would,
Hmm.
because I think everything is gaudy, 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 and I guess that's part of the point of a ring, but
Mhm.
I feel like something sleek would be cool.
I really liked the two-in-one idea. I didn't
Mhm.
really like the way Buddy presented it. I always blank on their owner's name, whatever. The
The
Aces owner,
Davis?
Davis. I didn't
Yeah,
pause. We don't have an editor this week, Mark Davis. Well,
yeah.
together in my mind, I was like, it's Mark something, and then you said Davis with a question mark.
I
Mark
was gonna say
Davis.
Al Davis, his dad, but former owner of the,
I'm not deep into football like that.
fair
But,
enough.
Mark Davis, when he was presenting it, he's like he kept saying, like, "ladies," like, he kept saying the word "ladies" too much,
Nah, yeah, get
and it
out of
was
here.
just like, the ladies, they wanna wear the ring, the ladies,
These
and
gals.
they got it, but these rings are so big, and it's like, how is it gonna fit on their. I don't know if he used the word dainty, but he might as
Yeah.
well have, like, how is it gonna fit on their dainty hands? Well, anyway, we have this feature, and the feature is awesome, and even the reason why is awesome, but it was just the way he presented it, and just
Wait, what's the feature?
it's a two-in-one, so it pops out, and it has a smaller ring that you can wear within the larger ring.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's really cool. It was just the way he presented it was so funny. Like, I
Yeah.
just feel when a man says "ladies" too many
These
times in a
dainty
sentence,
dames.
it just goes off the rails. But anyway, all right, I guess we wrap it up there,
Yeah, let's
eh?
wrap it up there.
Happy first week of the season. Freddie is gonna do a tempo check. Tempo check
Yes.
1, 2.
Right after
Uh,
this, I'm gonna finish watching the game, watch some media coverage, and I will come at you with a solo tempo pod, which will be coming out on Friday the 15th.
yes, and shout out to Darren who went to the game for us tonight. He's at the Seattle Tempo game, giving us lots of social media stuff. Like, if you don't follow us on social media yet, you should. We have press access. We're going to games. We're getting clips. We're
Shout out
getting.
to me for asking my first question to Kiki Rice. Come on now.
Wow. I asked my first question a long time ago, but don't worry about it. Uh
Wow, this wasn't about you. Holy shit.
Congratulations, Freddie, for asking your first question to Kiki Rice.
Congratulations,
I
Catherine, for yucking my yum.
Yep. And I think, honestly, I shouldn't say this on the pod, but honestly, I feel like you and Darren are really good at this. You're really good at the media thing and like
Listen,
getting
you
in
are
there and
too. Don't
talking to
even start this
people.
narrative, okay?
You
Don't
guys are
start.
just more anyway, it's fine. But we're there.
Commenters, you know what to do. Get in the comment. Absolutely light Catherine up for criticizing yourself.
Yeah, sure, please. And I'll send screenshots to my therapist and we'll go over it. But
Exactly.
until then, we're at the games. So follow us. Get our exclusive content. This is not content you're going to get on the pod. This is exclusive content on our social media at the Pickup WNBA podcast on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you again so much. And we'll catch you next time.
Okay. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.